Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways? Plays here.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Canner running right, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Well, we've talked about this game being hosted here in Orlando, and you and I are quite familiar with this place, especially you. You live, what, 20, 25 minutes from here?
Yeah, not bad at all, right? An easy trip to come right to the studios here in Orlando. You, of course, have to give a little bit more effort, a quick flight, then you're here, but you've learned this city quite well. And how about it, the Madden Studios right here in Orlando? That's where Coach and the guys hang out as well.
Push him back. Push him back.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
That's 2 really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively. And now they've earned the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively, they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working. Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Tariq Cohen of the Bears back deep for the NFC. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. On the return is Cohen. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part. But they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point.
Pass interference, offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 1st down.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
When we watch Drew Brees practice, the thing that always strikes us is after every throw he makes, he continues to go through his progressions. You know, so he gets that muscle memory. Okay, in a game, if I don't have this throw I just made, I might have this one, I might have that one. It's amazing. One of the reasons he's come out so hot today, he's already seen it happen.
Still churning. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Shotgun now for Brees. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second. So that means... And now the up man has it. It's a fake. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. A first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Here's Brees to throw. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 11 more on that one and another first down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Now Brees. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now Brees on the bootleg. Steps away. Touchdown, NFC.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Rosas to add the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. So we've reached halftime of the 2019 Pro Bowl with the NFC on top. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
The NFC looking to rewrite a little history as they lead this 2019 Pro Bowl at the break. Now remember, they've lost both of the previous Pro Bowls played here in Orlando. But maybe, just maybe, this is the one to break the streak. A lot still to play for in the second half as we go back to Camping World Stadium and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Khalil Mack of the Bears, the one to make the tackle. When you think about the history of this Pro Bowl game, there was an all-star game going all the way back to 1939, but it officially became called the Pro Bowl in, I think, 1951.
You're exactly right, and that game was played out in L.A., in the same stadium where the L.A. Rams currently play. And back then they split it into conferences, the American Conference versus the National Conference. The American Conference won 28-27. MVP of the game, quarterback Otto Graham, nickname Automatic.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Mahomes finding Hopkins for the AFC first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he gets it to his KC running mate. That's Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Mike Yellow. On deck, baby, on deck.
On first down, it's Connor. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. The Panthers' Luke Kuechly there on the tackle.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
They'll run on first down. Connor. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Panthers' Luke Kuechly there on the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And it's caught. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the NFC. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Ready. 5-8. Hey, eat. Hey, watch that.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Breeze looking in zone for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Delay of game, offense.
4 down.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield, and spilling everything.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Check, 59, 59. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On 1st down, it's Connor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down and 4, Mahomes. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. James Conner there to make the grab. And the AFC able to get a bit closer. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
65.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. We won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Ready. Yellow lady.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Charles, this the 2019 Pro Bowl. The AFC's won both games that have been played here in Orlando since they moved it here. Both have been competitive, 20-13 2 seasons ago, and then last year in 2018 it was 24-23 the final.
Yeah, and 2 years ago, Travis Kelce, Lorenzo Alexander were the game MVPs, offense and defense respectively. And then last year, Delaney Walker of the Titans, their tight end, he won it on offense. And Von Miller of the Broncos won it on defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Breeze caught on the right side by Jones. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They try right side here. Gurley still on his feet. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
That was a good, forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the AFC will have it 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The AFC offense making their way back out. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Now Gordon on first down. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And that's picked up by the AFC. 20. And he is into the end zone for an AFC touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Now on 2nd and 13. Breeze. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Gurley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place. But in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play? Which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the game.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Aaron Donald with a sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Check, 59. Hey, we're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
They're already slim. Hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll run for it with Connor. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The AFC went for it, and it doesn't work out. And the NFC is going to get the football back in excellent field position. The NFC offense heading back onto the field. And as it looks right now, granted you have to include the years where the legends pick the squads, but this NFC team is going to have a chance to come away victorious for the first time since January of 2013.
It's almost going to be like you hear in college. We hear the chant of SEC, SEC all the time because they take such great pride in their conference. I think you hear the NFC chant coming from those guys on the sidelines now. Would you say the first time since 2013? That's a long time for these guys, and they've taken a lot of ribbing from those guys in the AFC.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. On play action. Now Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing now is Breeze. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 23 yards the pickup there.
Catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get
they?
a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Breeze now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15. To throw is Breeze. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 16 yards, a 1st down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Ready. Yellow lady. You.
Play action. Breeze. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Drew Brees turning back the clock. 5 touchdown passes for him on the afternoon. And the NFC adds on to their lead. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Rosas now to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back out is the AFC offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he finds his Chiefs teammate, Travis Kelce. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelce is complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelce. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now it's Mahomes again. They complete it to Hill. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Travis Kelsey, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the AFC able to cut into the lead. So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the 2nd half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football, because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event, however this turns out, he's going to be hard to deal with in the film room, isn't he? He's going to want to know why he's not getting more passes thrown to him.
Those big tight ends are getting greedy. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try. Mahomes going to throw. And this is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it is gobbled up by the NFC. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now Breeze on the bootleg. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Ready. Yellow waiting.
Now a play fake. Breeze. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Game offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
We play to win. Let's
Still
go.
first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley of Baltimore with a tackle. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run. It's Gurley. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 10.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the NFC able to widen their advantage.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Shotgun now for Breeze. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The AFC offense making their way back out. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Mahomes. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The AFC thus far on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He is going to find Hill here. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Mahomes finding his fellow Chief Hill for the AFC first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. The Panthers' Luke Kuechly there on the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their 2nd as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The AFC thus far on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
That they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The offense for the NFC back out there. And I tell you what, the AFC continuing their good run of form the last few years. They're on their way to making it 3 straight wins here at the Pro Bowl.
So what they're telling us by their play is that it actually does mean something, doesn't it? We always say, the Pro Bowl, what does it actually mean? There is pride in their conference, and the AFC showing their pride in a big way over the last few seasons.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during the regular season because sometimes teams don't play against each other. And, oh, by the way, no one got hurt. There's the win for everyone. I think the fans enjoyed this one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.